So I'm saying it actually impacted many parts of my life. Parts of my life in which I guess even though it impacted many parts of my life, I'm still not quite sure. I haven't done what they call it. I haven't done any assessments to say which part of my life exactly it has affected, right? But I do know that due to these mood swings or whatever it is, and different perceptions and just me living life and experiencing different things, I'm simply not the same, and that's not necessarily bad, right? So I know that I've lost friends due to that, right? And as I said before, it's not a matter of me putting blame on them, because I don't think it's a them thing. I think it's more of a me thing, but anyways, moving on. So, but at the end of the day, some of them would have moved on with their lives. Yes, fine, that's fine. Because some of them probably just believes that, yo, I'm more shaky, man, I'm over at the friend I think you're supposed to be, or the friend that you gave me the perception that you were, or you gave me the idea that you were this type of person, and then you just switch up, right? And persons might have that perception there, and I won't brush it off as if it's nothing, because feel a way about it if somebody really thinks I'm a bad person just because I don't really communicate as much, or I don't communicate as I used to, right? Because I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do the same thing, alright? And that's something that I know for sure, right? Me will message you and say like, yo, long time me not talking about, me not gonna hold it against you and be like, oh, so like, I just start pray a different way, I start look for a different way, I start treat you a different way as if me friends. No, me understand that people go through them life and their experiences are different, and because of those different experiences they will have different encounters, right? And because of those different encounters they might have different perceptions and different realities. Some of them are very harsh, some of them are pretty subtle or whatever it is. But nevertheless, it impacts how it is that they communicate with others, because I've experienced it myself. And even before experiencing it myself, I knew that was a possibility. So I don't hold it against people, right? Anyways, moving on. Some persons would have seen it, and some persons would have been like, yo, alright, let me just move on here, man. Fine, that's fine. Then you have some persons who will be like, they communicate with you, and like every time they communicate with you, they're like, realize you stop talking to me, and why you just stop talking to me, and why you not really going good, me things I did friend. And listen, you see me, as much as I love to talk, you see, every time I see you, or you see me, or me message you, or you message me, and you are talking about the fact that I am not doing something and whatever it is, there comes a time when I get tired of it, right? And no matter how patient I am, because many persons believe that I am very patient, and I am very patient, just that I have a boiling point. And when I get to that boiling point, it's hard to get down from that boiling point, right? But anyways, I don't believe that it's necessary to message a friend or call a friend, and every time you message a friend or call a friend, you're like, boy, a long time we're not talking, and boy, you dash man. Listen to me now, man. Yeah, you two we dash for each other, like, but wow, we're gonna stop be friends because of it? Is that what you want? Then alright, then if that's what you want, then fine. Not to say that your friend is not of any impact to me in a positive way, but us going over this over and over and over again becomes tiring, it becomes it starts pulling a whole lot of energy out of you, right? So I don't want that. I'm already losing energy due to other things. I don't want to lose no more energy, because every time we message or every time we call each other, you feel like you've been wronged. Right? If you feel like you have been wronged, then say it. Yo, I'm someone that loves to communicate, and I love to talk. Yo, if I do something wrong, tell me somebody did something wrong. If you do something wrong, I hope to one day tell you that you've done something wrong. Right? But ask me if I do something wrong, because that's me too. If I feel like I've done a friend something wrong, I'm going to ask the person if them feel wrong by what I do or what I say. Right? And friends can attest to that. You know, my friends can attest to that. Like, that's me. Maybe I ask you. Right? So even if and to be honest, not every time that somebody does me something wrong, I will go out and be like, yeah man, you do me something wrong and this is what you did wrong and this is how I feel about it. No, not every time I'll do that. Because sometimes you have to assess the situation and you realize that, here what? Sometimes saying all that to the person, depending on who the person is, you might find that you cause more problem. More harm than good comes from it. It's like somebody does something wrong and you be like, you know, so we need to talk. And you know, I feel too good about what you say that time and what you do that time, and the person is like, oh, so when me do alone, you want to talk about what you do. You understand what I say? Now somebody might be thinking out there like, oh, Javaune, but that's not a good friend. And that might be true. But then again, you have persons who are going through different things, and how it is that they respond to different things will be different, right? Because of their different experiences. And so I guess the counselor in me tries to be understanding towards all of that at times, right? It doesn't always happen that way, right? But I try to do that most times, and I think that's why I happen to have such long-lasting bonds or friendships with persons. I think that's why. I think that's one of the main reasons as to why, because I don't generally hold on to everything that persons do to me wrong. Yeah, just move past it, right? But anyways, am I finished with this one? Yeah, and it also says and you don't exist. So what it's basically saying is that you're not the only one that experience the good, the bad and the ugly in a life, right? And so you can't expect that other persons are just going to jump over whatever it is that they experience and just embrace you at all times, just like that. It doesn't always happen that way. Sometimes persons are able and willing, very willing, to get past whatever it is that they have gone through as individuals. But then other times, it's so hard for them that they need help to get through it. And they don't need hypocritical or very critical or very judgment. They don't need those type of tones or help. They don't need a help. Because that help is more is like it's more harmful to them than it's actually being good to them. So we have to be careful about that, and that's something that I'm learning to do my very self. Right? Just to add to that, you know, me and somebody like my best friend, for example, we don't come in, and it's one of the things that I use as like almost a standard in a sense. Me and my female best friend, we don't communicate that often. It has been since recently that we actually communicate more. We have been friends for over 10 years, best friends, right? And there are times when we probably communicate with probably like 2 or 3 times for the year. Probably not see each other for like a year or 2 years in a row. And when we message each other, we know so we are still best friends. We know that. You understand me? And even if there were ever any doubts at all, we come to the point where we acknowledge say, yeah man, we'd never dare communicate as much, and alright then, but we're not gonna try and blame nobody if we say, I feel fault why we never dare communicate. No, we just accept that we are growing individuals, we are growing individuals, and we have 2 different lives living. We're not gonna go spend all our time on it right now. Right? This video has already been long, so let me end it, right? So yes, as you know, this has been another video with Javaune Simpson. This has been Speak Up. I hope it is that you enjoyed it, and we'll continue to watch. And if it is that you like this video, just go ahead and like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, give it a thumbs down. Give your comment what it is that you think about this topic, this different thing that I did right here in terms of sharing posts and reacting to it. Did you like it? Tell me, and see if I can do some more for you guys, you know. Anyways, take care, much love, God bless.